What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, Papitos World. We're here with the Posse, and we got a special guest for y'all today. We got our boy Chris Carmona, same boy that hit this beat for us, our intro. Big day for him today. He's got a big album coming out. He dropped it today. It's available on SoundCloud. But you know what? I'm not gonna talk about it. Let him talk about it. Chris, welcome to the podcast, brother. How you doing?
Good, bro. I mean, it's just, there's been a lot of support. Like, everyone's like reposting my stuff, like texting me, calling me, telling me that they love it. It's been a good day.
How do you feel, man? First album, right? Is this your first like official
Yeah.
album?
Yeah, it's my first release of anything. Like, I've been, talking a lot of, can I curse or no?
Hell yeah, bro. It's the internet. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
No, like, I've been talking a lot of shit for like, a couple of years. Like, I'm not going to go to college. I'm going to do music. Like, I'm going to release something. Blah, blah, blah. And, this is like my first time releasing something. And now people are like, oh, okay, like maybe he's right. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he is kind of cute. That's what the girls are saying right now. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah. Well, we gotta. I'm gonna let you know straight up. We're your first interview. You're the first official guest on the podcast. So once you make it big, don't forget about your peeps. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, damn right.
Hey, Chris, you're like Oprah right now, bro. You got your first interview.
I feel great. I feel great. But Chris, let me ask you this, man. We kind of know a little bit of the story, but I want you to kind of talk about it. But I'll ask you this: how long have you been working on this album for?
Okay, so I know Alex likes to say that it's been 2 years I've been working on the album, but that's not true. It's been 2 years that I've been saying like, oh, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna release an album. But in those 2 years, it's really been like perfecting myself, like getting good at what I'm trying to do. But this album it's probably been made in the past, I want to say like 6 to 8 months. Just working.
I mean, let me tell you something, man. You just dropped it today, and you got a bunch of fucking plays, man. I mean, it's legit. It's not like it's some dude from my backyard. Hey, man, check this shit out. No, you got some hits on it.
Yeah, I think I'm about to hit like 1,000 streams, and it hasn't even been out for a whole day.
No, I mean, damn, that's legit. That's legit, man. Legit. Yeah, and you got a unique style. You know what I mean? I come from like the old school rap, like Dre, Jay-Z, Eminem, Pac, obviously Biggie, but you got like a unique sound, man. Let me get some here real quick, bro. Let me let the people in on a little, if you don't mind, of course.
Oh, go ahead.
Gotta sign the copyright first, Papito. Make sure you get the copyright.
We'll talk about that later. For example, I don't know about you guys, but this is my favorite one. We talked about it, so let me let this.
Look at the names on that album. They're deep, bro. Womb.
It is Bliss 2, Womb, Just Feel, Drunk, and then my personal favorite, Loop.
Yo,
check this out.
I've been living in a loop. Nothing different, nothing new. I've been living in a loop. All this work for the fruit. I've been living in a loop. All my habits, all my rules.
Let the beat drop.
I've been living in a loop.
Oh, no, just for this already, I'm crying.
If I don't get out of this shit real soon, man, I might just have to shoot. Honey's a bitch on a long time, but baby breaking up, I hope this is a bad time. Thanks to you, I woke up every day a shitty mood, and I acquired a new attitude, consider rude. But thanks to God, every fucking
coming to TikTok real soon.
And what I learned, gotta take control.
We don't want to spoil it all, man. You know what? You gotta check.
We're gonna see a challenge, like a dance challenge with that song.
Yeah,
Chris, it's gonna be on TikTok in like 2 weeks.
Chris, let them know where can they find this album right now.
I mean, right now it's only on SoundCloud. I mean, there's an issue with the distribution that I'm dealing with. I mean, it should be coming to all streaming platforms within the next week. I mean, I'm just gonna be updating on my Instagram when they're coming out. But
hit your Instagram. What you got on your Instagram? We said it a couple of times, but let's hear it from you. What's your Instagram?
It's Chris Carmona with 3 A's. So that's Chris CHRIS Carmona CARMON and then 3 A's AAA. So that's pretty much it.
Alex, let me ask you a question. As your brother, as the older brother, how do you feel seeing your brother with an album? You feel proud of him? Like you just heard him right now. Like, it shit's real. How do you feel?
Yeah, man, it feels. I'm shocked that he was able to do it because he's been 2 years saying I'm gonna release an album, and I'm like, okay, yo, is your album coming out? He's like, no, next year. So, so I'm actually proud that he was able to complete it. I even gave him like, I was able to tell him like, yo, you have to set a date, man, when to release the album. You can't just keep pushing it. So he told me, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna release it before the end of the month of April. So if not, like, I'm not gonna do it. So
hey, Alex, and all respect, bro, our album's still coming out next month, and we've been pushing it back for 10 years.
Me and Chuck actually did an album, yeah, like when we were like,
you guys, hold on, man. You guys talk a lot about this fucking album. Let's hear it, bro. You guys have it? I want to hear this.
Hey, it's the Nas underground tapes. That shit is stashed away, hard to find, but we'll bring it back. We'll make that come to life.
Chuck, you're one of probably out of this group. You're probably one of the bigger music heads out here, right? Especially that you like rap and you like lyrics. Yeah. You heard his album. What do you feel like? What was your first thought when you heard his album?
He's very in touch with the new school. He's very in touch with what's trending right now and what's going on, which is important because you're only as good, with music, you're only as good as what's going on right now. The sound gets old real quick, but he's got that. And I listen to the lyrics. Honestly, I look past the auto tune, I look past the beats, the production, it's all spot on, but I listen to the lyrics, and his lyrics are actually on point. There's a lot of feeling behind it. And I want to ask Chris himself, what were you feeling when you wrote some of these songs? You can definitely see the emotion behind the words, when you're recording. And that's very important as an artist. It's all about expression. So what were you feeling when you were recording some of these tracks?
I mean, each song is obviously like a different expression. Because my process, and I'll get into the process of my songwriting, I like to start with messages, like a message that I want to attack. And then from there, I just make beats. And so I find something that I like that I feel like matches. And then from there, then I write lyrics matching that message, and that's kind of my songwriting process.
What's the message by the name of the album? Because the name of the album, it says up to you. What's the message that you're trying to say with that title?
It's up to you. Your life is up to you. No one else is gonna live your life for you. Like, you're the only one that could make decisions that. Your actions are the only ones that can affect your life. You can't let other people control your life, because I mean, I see a lot of people that they want to live like their parents' dreams, or they're afraid of, like, kind of not necessarily rebelling, but they're kind of afraid of, like, pushing their parents back a little bit and independentizing themselves, chasing their dreams kind of. And then, I mean, I've seen kids, I mean, they're not even that old yet, only 20 years old, and they're already feeling like a regret sort of thing, but they don't feel like in control. So I don't know, it's up to you.
Deep,
you get me?
That's deep. And the cool thing about music is you interpret it how you want. Like, I interpreted that title like, here's my body of work, here's what I put out, it's up to you how you take it, kind of, more in a brass way, like saying, here you go, it's up to you, what do you use it how you want and take it how you want it.
Yeah, and Chris, let's let everybody know, like, you just didn't write the lyrics, you put the beats, like, you did everything. Like,
yeah, I mean,
guys buy beats, but I mean, you did a beat for us. I mean, I did a rap on it, but you put the whole fucking album together.
Yeah, it's literally
that's impressive, brother.
It's all me. Like, literally every single piece is all me.
I have a question for you, Chris. I have a question for you. So I wanted to touch on something that Chuck actually brought up about how like your sound, right? Mm-hmm. I listened to the first song I listened to was Made Up My Mind. And when I started listening to it, your brother posted on our WhatsApp chat, by the way. Mm-hmm. So when I listened to it, I'm like, damn, this, the quality on this is legit, right? Yeah. So I want to give you props, right? You've been able to put out something out there, with what you have, your home studio there. That sound is legit.
I mean,
so a follow-up question to that is, how did you decide on that style? Like, what made you go that route, the route
I
you
mean,
did?
I guess it's really just my influences. My biggest influence musically is Kanye West, you know, and I feel like it kind of shows in my music. Maybe
Yes.
not, but
That's what it reminded me of a bit, actually.
There's some Kanye in there.
I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
a Post Malone. Post Malone. That's what I kind of see in the.
Yeah, a little bit of Travis Scott, a little bit
yeah,
of
like Travis Scott, Kanye. I mean, Drake's a really big inspiration. I don't feel like I did a lot of a Drake sound on this album, but he's a big inspiration to me. Kendrick Lamar, of course, and there's a million great artists, but Kanye's my number one. So I guess that's
Chris,
how I decided on the style.
Chris, say right now, who's the best rapper in the game?
Chris Carmona, Triple A.
Besides you, who's the best rapper?
No, I don't know, bro. I mean, right now, in my opinion, it's Kendrick Lamar.
Nice.
Bad choice.
And that's in terms of what your opinion as far as rapping. Like, you think he's the best rapper in the game right now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At least from what I've heard, you know, because also I'm kind of young. I don't have a very wide like I haven't heard every song ever. You get me?
I got you. No, I know what you're saying. But based off of what you hear now, in your opinion,
exactly.
And you know what? That's not a bad choice because he is on top of his game. You know, he puts on some fire. My personal favorite rapper. And we can argue about this if you want. I don't know if you've heard much of him, the old school him, but Eminem. I mean, who
that's my favorite too. And Chris knows.
Who has
Chris
the balls
knows it. Everybody
to try to fucking rap battle that guy? You're stupid, you know.
Here's the only criticism I have about Eminem.
Oh god.
You know, now that we're in this. So yeah, he's a lyricist. You know, he's got bars for days, whatever. But his sound got old too quick for my liking. You know, I don't know what it was, but like his new shit is not really up to par. You feel me? Like it's good, but it kind of doesn't resonate with a lot of people the way the old stuff does. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's just how I think.
He wanted to kind of keep his old image, but like in a more modern way. That's kind of what it sounds like. Because like the other day, like I was listening to him just randomly, and the song Kim came out. You guys remember that song?
Yeah.
Like if he fucking puts out a song like that now, he's fucking going to jail. You know?
Yeah.
That's some fucking shit, you know? And it's like his old Eminem is obviously like fucking crazy. You know what I mean? He did whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. And his new shit, yeah, it's different, but it's still M. I mean, look at Machine Gun Kelly, whatever the fuck his name is, MGK. Like he's still looking to survive, you know what I mean? Like he fucking killed him, bro. And then Nick Cannon, get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
I mean, I don't know. I was having this conversation with Alex literally today. But I don't know. I don't think battle rap is, you know, what makes a good rapper. Obviously, I mean, it's just different. That's one category that Eminem can kill in. Obviously, no one can take Eminem in battle rap. Definitely.
No.
But Eminem just can't. He can't make like music that's gonna stick to people now. You get me? Like
I had my bars ready for you, bro. Like battle rap has to count for something. I have a whole sheet here. I have a whole notebook ready to fire at you. Come on.
No, bro. Let's do that for you. And you know what, Chris? We'll let Chuck. We'll give Chuck a beat. You pick whatever song you want from your album. We'll give him that beat, and we'll let him just flow. And you give your honest criticism on him. What do you think?
Hey, to be honest with me, it's not about me tonight. It's about Chris. And Chris,
Chuck, I want to hear a verse, man. I want to hear one of your verses.
Yeah, we'll get it at the end of the
homie. I'm in that.
We'll get it at the end of this podcast.
Especially if you're drinking. We'll get something out of you.
Hey Chris, what's your rap name? What's your stage name? What do you go by when you're on the stage?
I mean, so for right now, it's literally just my name, just Chris Carmona. You know, Chris. I mean, I've been struggling for a long time trying to come up with, you know, a cool name, you know, just something that's more catchy. But honestly, I mean, my name is my name. No one can say anything. Like, it's literally my name.
It's up to you, brother.
How about CC, bro?
Nah, bro. I feel like my name carries, like, something about it also, like, it just, I don't know, it has weight to it.
Hey, look at this guy. What's his name? Steve Mendes, or what's the guy with the guitar and stuff?
Oh,
that has
Shawn
a hot
Mendes.
girlfriend? Shawn Mendes. His name. Look at the girl he's got, bro. I mean, you can't complain about that.
Yeah.
Chris, stage name.
I think he should call himself Luke, like the song. That's the stage name right there, Luke.
Speaking of stage name, have you gotten an invite to perform on stage yet, or anywhere on public, or?
I mean, because the coronavirus. I mean, most our performance. I can't say demonetization or something.
No, you're good, brother. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the coronavirus. I mean, like, all performances have pretty much been canceled. Because I did want to do a listening party. Like, I was gonna invite all my friends, try to find like a ranch somewhere, just an open field, and just do like a listening party. Like, just invite other bands and stuff, and do like a whole event. Like, that was my plan, but obviously.
Let me ask you a question. Will we have gotten an invite or no?
Yeah, I mean.
Papito, we wouldn't have made the
list. Based off his answer, I don't think so.
No, I mean, I was considering making an open invite, but I don't know.
Yeah, with everything that is today, I mean, this is the best we could do right now, right? But the main important thing is you put it out there, and you've had a very positive response, and it's just not even 24 hours, right? And
but Chino, let me ask you, and we're both IT experts. Well, you more than me, but isn't this the appropriate time to launch something online? Like, everyone's at home, everyone is stuck between four walls. Now's the perfect time to release something like this, right?
I was actually gonna say it was a bold move on Chris's part to release it now, because I mean, everybody's at home, just kind of browsing the internet mindlessly, just trying to find the next thing that's gonna hook them. And let me tell you, if they trip into Chris's album, they're gonna be hooked on that. So it was actually a good move by you, Chris, to release the album now, in my opinion.
No, I thought that too. I mean, because I've been planning for this release date before, like, this whole coronavirus. But I mean, not coronavirus. Yeah, it's honestly, I agree. I think it's better for me.
Let me ask you something. Does this date have any significance towards you? Because usually some artists pick the date based on some symbol or some sign that they have, or symbolic meaning. Does this date specifically have something worth to you?
No, honestly, I just thought it looked cool, like 4/24, like 2020, like it just, something about it looked cool. So
I don't 24. Know. That's the right answer there. Let me ask you a question, Chris. Now that you got your first album out, right? What are your plans for the next one? Have you already thought about one? Do you already have one written down? Do you have it already in your head? Like, what are your plans for the next one?
So I do. I am planning on releasing 3 more projects this year.
Wow. Okay.
I have a lot of ideas. Literally, I mean, what I was gonna do today, I'm probably gonna do after this podcast, actually, is literally just sit down and really, like, focus in on, like, what I'm going to do. Like I told you, like, my process. What messages I want to attack on my next project. But I have, like, general ideas that I want, the vibes that I want, but now it's just, like, sitting down and really, like, honing in, like kind of, chiseling away to get something, like, more focused. You get me?
Do you got beats already, or like there's something that's gonna come? Like,
no, I started today. Like, before this podcast, I was already starting some beats. I'm trying to change my style a little bit to, I don't know, to not be the same thing, give people, like, something fresh.
You just want to be different. Just every album is going to be different. Like, we don't know what to expect.
Right.
CC, never give up all your tricks. That's first and foremost. And second of all, honestly, me and Alex were probably like 10, 12 years older than you. But, I admire you because, I was in your same position 12 years ago, and I was my biggest critic. So I was like, man, I'm not good enough. You always have that insecurity, like, man, I'm not good enough. Man, fuck it, I'm not going to put shit out, And Alex would say the same thing, man, I don't sound good. I remember Alex went to Sam Ash, and he spent like $600 on Pro Tools, on the legit stuff that the industry uses, And, you know, we would sit together and we would write and we would record, but we never thought we were good enough. But you know what? You just do it and you put it out there and you let the people decide. Like, it's not about you. You know, you're always going to be your biggest critic, but the imperfection is what people notice and what people enjoy. You know, and I don't know if that makes any sense, but you just put it out there. Don't ever hold yourself back, because you're always going to judge yourself, you know?
No, I definitely agree. I mean, I've dealt with that for forever. That's why it's taken me, 2 years to release something, because of that same reason. But I mean, I've just gotten to a point where I feel confident enough in myself where I'm like, opinions are just opinions. At the end of the day, at least I'm doing something.
Let me
as long as I'm growing, I mean, you can't tell me anything.
No, you look a lot more confident and sound very confident. You know what I mean? And that's something that is important, because if you don't feel like that, then you're never gonna do anything. It probably took you this long because you're probably scared, or you not scared, but like you were just nervous, or what are people gonna say? What are people gonna think? Now it seems like you're like, fuck it, bro. This is what I want. This is what I worked hard for. This is what I put out there. Whoever says anything bad, fuck them. Like, this is what I like. This is me. And that's some good shit, man. And I've heard the whole album. It's great. It's different, and it sounds, bro, like it sounds legit. Like you put together an album. The production is great.
The production quality on that and shit is top notch. Obviously, there's a different you can, not to be a critic or anything like that.
I don't know. That's fine.
You can take it another. You can take it another level.
No, of course.
That's by going to a grade A studio and just putting it out there and taking it to the next notch.
No, and I mean it's something too that, because I mean right now I'm at a limited state. Like I've done this with very, very limited resources, and it's all me. You get me? So I'm not that I'm defending myself. I mean, but I'm just like giving I guess my side, my perspective. Like, it's all me. I'm not getting help from people that's their specialty. Like I'm kind of like, I'm attacking every piece. It's not like I'm a specialty in one thing. It's like I had to like do the writing, the mixing, the production, everything. I'm my own manager right now,
Yeah,
so
it sounds good, bro. Honestly, not because we like you, not because you're Alex's brother or anything, but it legit sounds good. I remember when Alex sent us through WhatsApp, like what Chino said earlier. Like he sent us a little clip, and the first thing I think me and Chuck even said is like, "Fuck, man, that shit sounds like studio quality." Like it sounds great. And to Chuck's point, like it sounds so good based on what you did. We're not saying the equipment you have sucks, but yeah, there's better equipment. But let's say hopefully everything pops off for you. You get in a studio, what you have now times their equipment, it's gonna be sky's the limit, bro.
And I mean, and this is also no collaboration. I mean, there's no collaboration. I mean, it's only me. So I mean, once I start linking up with people, like you said, leveling up my equipment, having certain tools that I don't have right now, it's just gonna, it's just it multiplies. Everything gets better. So, but I mean, that it's important that I'm taking this first step so I can get there. You get me? Like it's a seed right now. This is the first step. I'm like a baby. This is the first step.
Yeah, Chris, you got your first features right here, remix and Chuck B. We'll jump on that next song. Let that loop run a little bit more, and
well, hold on. Now I just said that. Now I just said that. You mentioned an earlier story that, and I took a little note here. I'm gonna bring it up. Alex, how much money did you spend on equipment?
Probably, I think it was like 600. That was back in the days that there was like no 30-day refund,
Right. Okay.
I've been living in a loop.
Now let me ask you a question, Alex. Out of those $600, how much did Chuck give you?
No, Chuck didn't give me anything. Chuck supposedly got this Pro Tools the same way, but he got it he hacked that thing.
So Chuck basically just rode your coattails because you bought
No, listen, the Pro Tools is so intricate. I mean, I don't know about now, but back then it was so intricate, and our mind wasn't there. Like, we weren't like, that's why I commend Chris, because we weren't as motivated as he is, or Pro Tools is very intricate, and you have to sit there and fucking learn that bullshit. Like, you have to learn it. You just can't pick it up and say, okay, I'm gonna rap and just do it, or mix, or do whatever. You have to learn these programs. I had Fruity Loops. I spent over $2,000 on my studio. I had Yamaha, studio speakers. I had, a keyboard, a chord keyboard that I never learned how to play, 63 key keyboard. I had a crazy setup. I think Andrew saw it. Alex for sure saw it.
Yeah.
I had a mic, a $400 microphone, which I don't know where it is to this day. And it's like,
if you find it, you want to donate it to the podcast.
Yeah, but it's like, man, you have to learn how to use all this shit. Like, you just don't buy it from the store and it comes with a manual, and it's like,
Chris,
that mic that you have.
Chris, so what's your setup, and like how long did it take you to kind of learn all this to get to the level where you feel comfortable to release the album?
Don't answer that, Chris. You're gonna strike up competition.
No, I mean, so the first thing I got was the actual program, which I use Fruity Loops too. Now they don't call it Fruity Loops, it's just FL Studio. So that was the first thing I got. I got that like in 2018, and I mean, all I would do just as soon as I got home in school as well, literally I had like a class that was like supposed to help teachers, but they didn't really ask for a lot. So I would just sit there on my phone and like learn the program, learn how to produce. Like, that's what I was doing like my whole 11th grade year, just learning. 12th grade, I was like practice. Like, I had study hall. Like, I would just be that guy in school, just like they're like literally just producing in study hall, like everyone's talking, whatever. And then now, I mean, after I graduated high school, I mean, it's when I've been, I got a job, and I saved up for this my setup, which, I mean, it cost me like $1,000 everything.
You got that Dyson fan in the back too. You see that?
Yeah, no, that's old. That's super old.
Chris, you said once you got out of high school, so obviously you're young, but when did you find like a love or a passion in music? Like, when did you realize, what, this is what I like, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going to focus on? So,
I mean, I was actually, I liked music a lot when I was young. It wasn't like I was in love with music when I was young, but I remember, I'm going to go like all the way back. So, I mean, when I was in elementary school, I mean, I played a lot of piano. My mom put me in piano classes. Then, I mean, I guess to a certain point, maybe they couldn't afford it anymore, or maybe, she didn't want to pick me up that late from school. I'm not sure, but I was taken out of those classes. And I remember that it hurt, but I got over it like in a couple of weeks and whatever. But I remember my dad used to play a lot of like soft rock, like the Bee Gees, One Republic, stuff like that. And I mean, I like that music. I was never crazy into it, but I was like, oh, this is cool, And then I guess one summer from moving from 9th grade to 10th grade, there was a period of time that I had to live at my uncle's house with my mom. And in that summer, my cousin showed me the Kanye West album, or Kanye and Jay-Z album, Watch the Throne. And that, that's when I was like, wow, music can sound this good.
Right.
And I mean, from there, I mean, it just kind of started evolving, and little by little, I mean, 11th grade is when I made the decision that I told my mom, like, look, I don't want to go to college. Like, I seriously believe that if I focus and I am motivated enough, like if I concentrate hard enough, I can make something out of my life doing this. And I mean, I'm just lucky, that she was open-minded and she believes in me. That's pretty much it.
The main thing, Chris, is that you believe in yourself, and I think the guy said it best. Like, we're proud of you, man. Like, we look up to you, because the hardest thing to do is to take that first step. There's people that are in college right now, or some of us that went to college, and we're not even doing the shit that we fucking studied for. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what the fuck we want to do with our lives. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you made the decision. You're like, you know what? This shit's not for me. I want to focus on music. And honestly, man, like, look at you, man. You put out an album. This is just the first step of many for you, and it's a fire-ass album. And sky's the limit for you, bro. And we commend you, bro. Tip my hat off, because that's a big step to take. and you already took it, so you're heading in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Chino, we talk about financial independence and whatnot, and not being dependent on anybody else. The key to life that I feel, or career-wise and making money and all that, is you got to pick one thing and stick to it, man, and ride with it in and out, the highs and the lows, and just become an expert in that field, whether it's music or whatever it is. And, you know, Chris at such a young age, he's exploiting this, you know, and that's what you got to do. You got to put all your time, all your effort, you know, forget about everything, turn everything off, and just go at it. And that's very important. And, you know, that's why we admire you for that.
Especially at your age, Chris, something that you're taking advantage of is time, right? So at this point in time in your life, you can just pretty much, in terms of music goes, because that seems pretty much the path you've chosen. You can just, you know, throw shit at the wall, see what sticks, so to speak, right? So you can experiment, right? Until you find what you know, your style, so you can find you, right? Even though it seems like you have an idea of where you want to go, right? But also don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. No, I mean, everything can change, you know?
Exactly. So you're still young, you still got, you know, your whole life ahead of you. I know it's pretty cliche, but it really is.
It's true, because I mean, I had a conversation with Alex a couple weeks ago, and honestly, I mean, it's one conversation that really made me wake up, because I mean, I was working pretty slow, you know, taking my time with a lot of stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, I was talking to Alex, and I remember he was telling me that when he was my age, that he was like going crazy, like he had like 2 jobs in college, go party, like I don't know how he slept, like literally I think he slept like 2 hours every night or something. But I mean, that kind of inspired me, because it made me realize, like, dude, I have 1 job, I'm not in college, like what am I doing, you know? Like, so it kind of made me realize, like, what something that you said, that I have time to my advantage, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to use time as my leverage. Since I have so much free time, and since I'm young, I'm trying to like go hard, you know, like just really. That's why I'm trying to release 3 projects this year besides this one.
Chris, I'm gonna give you the best word of advice right now, bro, and hopefully you take this. Don't get a girlfriend, bro. Just have your groupies, have your fun, but don't have a girlfriend, bro. Like, you want to stay focused on this bullshit. You know, you really don't want to steer off, because that's going to change everything and throw a wrench in all your plans, bro.
Don't have kids yet.
Chuck is the one that said that, Alex, not me.
Good point, Alex.
Chris, like, like these guys said, you're still young, you know, and you know, you got so much, you know, ahead of you. Like us, on the other hand, you know, you're getting old when they're like, you still got time, you know. That's when you know, like, oh shit, you know. But you still got so much fucking time ahead of you, bro. And the fact that you already put out an album and you got 3 more projects on the way, dude, like, fucking keep going, bro. Like, we're here for you, and I'm sure you got a lot of support by your family, and your music speaks for itself, man. Just keep pushing.
We gotta run another track right now, bro. We gotta play another track right there.
You read my mind.
Chris, what's your? I mean, this is a tough question. You don't gotta answer this, but what song do you want to hear next after Loop? What do you think goes well right after Loop? We're hyped right now, this and that. You know, we're feeling a certain type of way. What do you feel after Loop?
I mean, for what you're saying, Desire is pretty, it's pretty hype. I've seen, you know, a lot of people's favorites are like Desire and Stars. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I've seen a lot of different answers from people too. Like, there's something for everyone.
Let's do one of those.
Do you have the desire?
Desire, you got the fire.
Let it tomorrow. We are a team of 1 million.
Oh my God,
I don't know what the fuck it is. Hold on, that's an ad. Hold on, wait.
No, just hit play and
Hold on, wait. Keep talking.
It's a 30-second ad.
I gotta play the ad. Hold on.
Guys, this is what happens when you film live, bro. This is not no Seth Rogen where we pre-record this shit. This is all live right now.
Chino, bro. I need a Chinese guy here, bro. Hold on.
Just play the ad. I have a question for Chris anyways.
Go ahead.
So Chris,
Yeah, ask the question.
when you make it big, not if, when, who would you like to open for?
I mean, I would want people to open for me, but I mean, me to open for. I mean,
That's
honestly,
a good answer right there.
I don't think Kanye West will do more concerts besides Sunday service. I just don't see it. But he would obviously be, my number one. He's my biggest inspiration. But I mean, anyone from Kendrick to Drake to Travis Scott. I mean, someone.
What about the baby?
I like the baby, but
I don't know who the fuck that is. I'll be honest with you.
No, I like him. I feel like I'm not in his I guess like his fan base wouldn't be my same fan base. You get me?
Got you.
Now look, if you can't get Kanye on the stage, don't worry. There's still Kardashians out there for you to pick on. So no problem.
Just don't have them as your group.
I mean, Kylie's only like 3 or 4 years older than me, so.
All right, let's see. Subway ad is over. Let's do the Desire right here.
Here we go.
What's going on?
Here we go.
What's up, girl? I got this Desire real quick. Nope, can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Sharing the audio.
We need the Chinese guy. Oh, wait, but you got it on mute right there. You got the X on the bottom right there.
There you go.
I'm a rookie. Here we go. My bad, Chris. I'm fucking this shit up. Even Tiger King's fucking talking.
Everything cloudy, I cannot see shit. I need to get recollected. But I got my attitude back. I finally feel resurrected. Who's that? I need a piece of her and her best friend.
I know that line right there.
So I'ma keep shooting till I get arrested. I'm feeling provocative.
Are you feeling provocative? You feeling provocative?
I'm feeling provocative. Fuck yeah.
Chris,
Hell
man,
yeah.
like that's your fucking music out there, bro. Like, how does that make you feel, man? Like, that's you, dude.
Honestly, it still hasn't hit me that I actually released it. It kind of feels like, when it's your birthday, but it doesn't feel like it's your birthday. Do you get what I mean? No, no one's had that feeling.
No, I mean back at around your age, yeah. Nowadays, I think I speak for everybody else. We just don't care for our birthdays anymore as much as we did back then. But back then, I know the feeling you're talking about. I know.
Yeah, like that's just how I feel. Like it doesn't feel like it's actually out. It's starting to feel more real. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely cool though. It's a cool feeling.
Yeah, bro. Like, no doubt, it's fucking cool, bro. Like, you should be proud of yourself. What's you said you're working on 3 more projects. Like, what's realistically, what are you looking at to drop the next project? Like, do you have a date more like set in mind, more or less, or just whatever happens?
No, I do have dates. My next one, I'm just gonna say August 26th. I'm just gonna say it, manifest it. Everything is gonna fall into place now. But yeah, August 26th is when I'm planning on my next one, and after that, probably like December 19th. And after that, I mean, I'm not sure. Somewhere in between the second and third is probably
Look at Chuck. Chuck's vibing. Look at Chuck.
We got to put another track on, bro. I got this. Look at this. I got the lights going, bro.
Chuck is clubbing all on his own.
Club Chuck right there.
I'm sure your wife is so happy right now.
Yeah, she's sleeping. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Let's play Bliss.
One thing that I want to ask, Chris, why are all your songs like less than 3 minutes, except Bliss? Why is that song the longest song?
So I'll get into that after.
Let us vibe out, man.
here just smoking trees. All you bitches hate it. Now you on your knees. Get the fuck off of my dick and I'm not gonna play.
Wait, hold on. Who's on their knees? Who's on their knees now?
The bitches that were hating.
Damn.
Have people hit you up already or not yet?
What do you mean? Have people hit me up?
Like once you drop the album, like, hey Chris, remember me? Fuck you. Right?
I mean, no, I haven't been mean to them, but there's been a couple people hitting me up.
Yeah, you're gonna get that, bro. Now you start, like Chino said, when you're successful, which could be a matter of time. You're gonna get a bunch of people that, hey man, remember me, whatever, and fuck you. You didn't believe in me then, now you believe in me because I'm making,
Chris,
I'm big. Fuck that.
Perfect response. Who's sliding now? That's it. Who's sliding now in my DMs? Who's sliding now? Yeah.
There you go.
That's it. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, it's like it compares kind of to like the draft. Like you see these guys that get drafted into the NFL and they made it, and they have all these people now they're gonna contact. Hey man, what's up? You made it. It's kind of similar. Shit's gonna happen to you, bro. Believe it or not.
Yeah. I mean, it's not at a crazy level right now because I mean, nothing I haven't made it yet. It's just cool right now that I've released something. But by the end of this year, I can confidently say that I'm gonna be a big local name.
I like that. I mean, look at speaking about local, one of the biggest local guys that started locally was Pitbull. And he started off, I don't know if you're probably too young, but the other guys could probably talk about this. He started off like gangster rap, There's this place, you guys remember Don Carter's?
Yeah.
I remember I went to Don Carter. Yeah, the bowling place, Don Carter's, and Pitbull was there releasing an album. He had dreadlocks. He was driving an F-350. Like, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And look at him now. It's like, Chris, sky's the limit, bro. Like, you start off small and then boom. You don't know what could happen. Maybe one of these guys hear his shit, like, man, I want to do a collab with him or whatever, and shit, you take off.
Bro, that's how it is. I mean, you need to always, be open to people. I don't believe in judging people a lot, like before you honestly get to know them. Cause like one of my friends, he's like, oh, I reposted this, but then he's like, he reposted my thing. He's like, and he texted me, he's like, oh, you're about to get some unwanted attention. Cause he said like one of his friends that like makes whack music is about to hit me up. I'm like, no, bro. I mean, let's see, like you never know. Cause sometimes you could bring something out of someone too.
Of course.
And it could be one thing that one thing is what makes everything come together. You get me? Maybe they're overall whack, but one thing they're good at,
Chris, I got a question for you. Right now, I'm a kid, your age, maybe a little younger in high school, I'm trying to be a rapper. How do you write your raps down? Do you do digital? Do you do on your iPhone? Do you do it on your notepad? Right. I used to be a pen and paper type of guy. How do you write down your bars? What do you do?
Right. So yeah, I used to have this notebook that I was writing it in, whatever. But it got to a point where I don't know, it was just annoying. Like it's kind of like I have the tool to get my thoughts written down faster, so I just started typing it. Like literally, I'll just be like walking around my room listening to the music, whatever. I come up with a line, like I go and write it, whatever. Because it's like with the pen, I mean, it feels better, and it looks cooler, definitely, that you have something physical and it's like, oh yeah, this is my work. But getting your ideas down fast is so important because, if you have a lot of ideas, because sometimes you just get on a roll and you come up with 6 lines at once and you need to write it down as soon as you can. Something I do too is I do voice memos on my phone. Like I'll just record myself for 15 minutes, just mumbling, freestyling, whatever. And in there, maybe nothing is good, but it's important because it's already like I'm already recording.
Hey, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying like my ideas, like it's harder to lose them.
Bro, hey, you never know when you're gonna come up with something slick, and it's usually when you're in your subconscious mind. Usually, the more you think about it and the harder you try, the less you're gonna come up with shit. Yep. It's usually in your subconscious when you're, you least expect it. You're just hearing a beat, kind of there, and you're just flowing or whatever in your mind. That's when you come up with slick shit, and you gotta jot it down. And maybe it's not good enough for that song, but maybe it's good for another song, for another track, you know? So you definitely got to constantly jot down stuff that comes to your head.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Chris. Now that you have your music out there, like when you be driving around your car, like would you listen to your own shit?
Not really right now. I mean, I'll listen to it like when I'm doing like mundane stuff, like just, you know, if I'm working out or just walking or, you know, maybe working, you know, maybe I'll listen to it. Driving, I like getting into, like, I love driving. Driving is like, I mean, I'm sure everyone can relate, but like just blasting music in the car is like, it just feels good, you know, because you just get to a point when you drive to the same places every day. You could kind of drive mindlessly in a way. And I just kind of,
for sure.
Exactly. So I'm just focusing on the music and picking up on stuff that I never picked up on before and old songs that I've listened to. And it inspires me. So I don't like bumping my own stuff in the car because it just kind of like, I have to focus on that. And then focusing on that takes away from my focus from driving too. So then, I don't know. Even though I said I was focusing on the music, but it's just different.
I know what you mean. Like, honestly, like, the first ever podcast I did that was by myself, I haven't even heard that shit because I was like, I heard like maybe like the first 10 seconds, like, oh, I can't hear myself.
You're always no matter what field, podcast, rap, art, you're gonna be your biggest critic. You're always gonna say, fuck, I sound like shit. You know, and I'm the only one cursing on here, so you're gonna have to put a PG-17 rating on this YouTube video. But
mature audience.
But I want to ask Chino a question. I forgot. Oh, Chino, who's a better musician, Tiger King or Chris Carmona? It's a serious question.
Holy shit, that's tough, dude.
No, you know what? Chino, that's easy because
that's not fair. That's not fair.
He never. He that's not really him.
No, yeah, that's Tiger King's
a
fake as shit, bro.
Tiger King's a bitch.
Chris.
Netflix has got to make one called Carmona.
Freaking, that's what quarantine does to you, you know, freaking Tiger King bullshit. Speaking of quarantine, Chris, are you gonna make a song about this whole quarantine situation? Is that something you've thought about that?
So I definitely have thought about it because I mean, you know, it's something that could go viral, you know, easily. But I just don't really want to do it because I feel like it could take away from my branding. Like if let's say that blows up and it's like people are gonna know me as like, oh, you're the quarantine song guy, and it ruins your branding. I feel like that's something.
You want to be a one-hit wonder. Yeah, you want to just be like
exactly
put up bangers every time. Yeah.
Right, exactly, and that's something you could do. You know, maybe once you're already established and you just release that for fun, and I mean, you already have your body of work that people know you for. But sometimes, like if that's your big thing, it's hard to get people to go from there to your other music. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's harder. So
I got you, Chris. The question that Alex was asking you prior to the prior song playing, about the length of the songs. Like, why are you, like he said, why are some of your songs like 2 minutes or whatever? And then like, what's the explanation behind that?
Right. So, I mean, honestly, people's attention spans are shorter. Like everything is shorter. Like all forms of content are getting shorter. Like, I mean, there's like look at how popular TikTok is. First of all, I mean, it's very popular because the videos are short, they're fun. Like it's quick content. It's like a little dopamine hit. I mean, I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with YouTube, but the biggest YouTuber right now is David Dobrik, which, I mean, he uploads like 4-minute and 20-second videos. Like all his videos.
We're right under him, by the way. We're right there. We're close to him.
No, exactly. But I mean, all his videos are 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and you know, the reason why they hit is because they're short. Like all his videos literally have 16 million views. Like,
hey, people cut us off. People cut us off probably an hour ago. So people are, you know, this is the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of something. It's like reality TV, you know. I see my wife, you know, she watches Bravo.
Careful.
I enjoy Bravo. Fuck it, you know, whatever. I'll say it on here. Bro, everything is fast moving. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians, everything is fast moving. Even these chicks on Instagram, these little socks.
Careful.
You know, they're shaking one way, and in 2 seconds they're shaking the other way. You know, they cut it off. Like you know, let's
I'll
be
edit
real.
this out. I'll edit this out.
You know, no, we can keep it on there. But you know, everything is quick, fast moving. You're right. You know, we were watching the draft yesterday. How many times do they switch the camera angle in 10 seconds? Hey, this guy's speaking. Oh, this guy's speaking. Oh, let's show a highlight reel. You know, because our attention spans are slow. We're here paying attention for 5 minutes, and then what do we got to do? We got to pick up our phone and look on Instagram. Oh, who posted
Right,
what?
exactly.
You know.
And, you know, I've been in too many cars where people don't let songs finish. You know, they'll play like a 4-minute song, and a minute in, they're already switching to the next song. So it's kind of like, if you can keep the, like, kind of all the fun of the 4-minute songs, if you could compact that into 2 minutes, it's like, it's a drug, dude. Like, people will listen to the whole thing the whole way through, and, you know, and on top of that, they'll listen to you get more listens at the end of the day. You know,
that's why albums are shorter too. Albums are not, you know, 20 songs, 30 songs anymore. They're 8 songs, 6 songs, whatever the minimum is.
Right, exactly.
Course, that's a good point. I didn't think about it like that. You know, that's a great point. You're right. Like,
and you know, I don't want you to feel discouraged because I know you have a podcast, and you know, the point of a podcast is to be long. Podcasts do have a place. I mean, I'm sure you know, but because podcasts are really popular because it's something that you could do while you're like doing something like stupid, you know, mindlessly, and you're just listening.
I got you. Well, Chuck looks like he's ready for the next song, so
let's do it.
Womb. What do you think about that, Chris? Womb. Here we go.
Womb is chill.
Alex looks like he's meditating right now.
This sounds like a meditation song.
This is deep right here for all you motherfuckers.
I can fall asleep to this, actually.
Until
I put this in my sleep.
It's time to bloom. I'm not scared of failing. I'm immune. Feel the fire burning, feel the fumes. Get rid of my thoughts, get rid of fear. No more inhibitions, mind is clear. Spring is finally here, it's time to bloom. Spring is finally here, it's time to bloom. It's time to bloom.
this one definitely is like, you gotta listen to the lyrics on that one. That one's pretty deep. What was your motivation behind this one?
This was actually the first song I wrote on the album. I mean, kind of I guess the message in that song is, it's kind of like, you know, it's time to just get out of your shell, like just like say fuck it, you know, like it's time to bloom, you know, get rid of your thoughts, you know, have no fear, like literally just get out of your shell, do it, just do it.
No lie, Chris, when I was hearing that song right now, I transcended into another plane of existence.
Damn.
That's how hard that shit hit me, bro. That's how hard that
Thank you, bro.
You sure that's not the shrooms you had before the show?
It might be the Amber Block talking, but no lie, bro. I'm gonna listen to that song again later on tonight.
Yeah, as you can hear, like we've heard 4 or 5 songs, and like just they're different. They're not the same shit, you know. They're different. It's just like the way that you put this album together is pretty spectacular, man. Like there's every song is different. They're not on the same level. It's you have a wide range. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's something I tried doing, because a pet peeve of mine with albums is when all the songs kind of blend together. You can't really tell when you're on a new song. It's like every song just kind of sounds too similar. So I tried, you know, varying the structures. You know, obviously the energy, like one is more hype, you know, really chill, you know. So I don't know. That's something I tried to do.
You can see it for sure.
So I had a question.
Yeah, I think it was Chuck. No, Chuck, you had a question?
I don't know. I think we should mix this up and see what happens now.
I think Chuck's ready to rap, bro.
Yeah, I want to hear Chuck rap, man.
I'll bring it to the studio.
I know. I need a beat though. I got. Hold on. I got a beat from the one and only. I gotta send it to you guys. Hold on. Cause he's gonna have his words. Let me see.
Hold on. While you look for that, let's play another one.
Too much thought, too much deal. It's no one thing, just feel. Take a look at my face, it's clear. Some days I need a break from it. Please talk only if it's real. I'm tired of bluffing. I'm tired of. Some days I can't even go to sleep. It's too many things, sorry if I scream. Okay, like a baby growing its first teeth. I'm trying to find just what I need. I'm trying to find just what I need. I wonder if I'll see it all. But some days I don't.
There you go. Hey, Chris, also the album cover. Is that that's your face, right? But like real quick, you went.
Yeah, slay my face.
Yeah.
I mean, so what I did is, I mean, this light bulb I have in my room is actually like it changes colors. I just put it normal for now, you know. But I literally took it out of my ceiling, I put it in a lamp, and I went outside on Wednesday, and I had a photo shoot in selfie mode. I mean, it sucks because of quarantine. I couldn't have a photographer come and take a picture. Like I was literally in my backyard.
That was all you too, the picture? No way.
Yeah, literally in selfie mode in my backyard, 10 p.m. just like doing this, and so I got the right one.
That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool. Alex, man, like you don't seem proud of your brother, bro. I think Chris, I think you're.
What's up with that, bro? What's up with that?
I'm really proud. I tell him all the time. I'm proud of him. I talk to him like because you know he works with me, so I talk to him every day, and I always tell him I'm proud, and I tell him, hey, you're not famous until you get haters. Until you start getting those hater comments, that's when you know you made it, bro. And I told him you gotta have thick skin, and you know, and keep doing what he's doing. So he's definitely going the right path. So I'm proud of him.
Hey, Alex,
is he crying? I think he's crying right now.
No, my eye was itchy.
Hey, Alex, you remember we were bumping our record CD player on my Monte Carlo, bro, just driving up and down 142nd Avenue there, next to La Canaria there, just we thought we made it, bro.
I remember we used to play when we used to drive by Ocean Drive by South Beach. and scare all the tourists. We used to bump it loud.
Hey, Chris, we need you to make this happen, bro, for us, bro. For you, first and foremost, but you're carrying the torch for all of us, to be honest with you.
I'm going to make it. I mean, it's just when it's meant to happen, it's going to happen.
As long as you give us a shout out, bro, that's it, you know. I'll take that. I'll take a shout out.
Nah, I'm already posted on my story, bro.
All right, Chuck's desperate, okay? Chris, you being a obviously a rapper, a musician. We're gonna play a beat that you made for Chuck, right?
I got a leak though, bro. Hold on, I gotta take a leak, bro.
Okay. Now you're just gonna make
We'll wait for you. We'll wait for you, man.
Cheeto, ask another question, bro.
Take us to the bathroom.
So,
Chuck,
damn,
Chuck, what the?
I was gonna ask. I was just gonna make a question that make a comment rather that Chuck and Alex, they're definitely gonna be living vicariously through you, Chris. So they're gonna, they're gonna be following you all over social media. They're gonna be seeing how your career is progressing, how it's growing. So they're gonna be one of some of your biggest fans for sure. And us too.
You know something that I like about him? He doesn't try to, in his songs, portray that he's somebody that he's not. You know, a lot of his songs, he talks about like real things and, what's on his mind. He doesn't go there saying like, yo, I came from the hood, popping bottles with a bunch of girls.
Yeah,
so, he just talks about his real topics.
We kind of did that.
I thought he was a Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because something I realized from the artists that I like is the reason why I like them is because they're authentic, they're real. they don't try to like do something that they're not. And I mean, maybe some people could say that, you know, a lot of people want to hate on Drake or whatever because he had ghostwriters. But I mean, he's pretty authentic in my opinion.
I mean, he's the reason why he's one of the biggest guys in the game right now, right?
Right. Exactly. So I don't know. I mean, that's why I have that approach. Like, I don't try to make it like fictional to be cool or anything. Like, I just want it to be something that people could connect to.
And definitely, you got some good titles on there. You got some different stuff out there and everything. Lyrically, everything's put together great. Chuck, are you ready to make your debut?
Bro, I've only rapped this in my head like twice, but I'm ready to make a fool out of myself.
Oh God,
let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, Chino. What we'll do is after the podcast, we'll listen to it, and if we make the executive decision to not post
it on or not,
okay. There'll be
we'll decide it. We'll have Chris decide like how, you know, if he's good or not, like from a scale of 1 through 10.
Oh, bro, don't put that pressure on me, bro.
Listen. You know, we need critics, and you're a guest, so you gotta criticize Chuck. It's a yes or no, real simple. We won't. That's it. You like it, yes. You like it, no.
I'll be the client.
I know you're gonna like the beat though, right? I know you're gonna like this beat. All right, here we go. Chuck's debut. Chuck, do you got a name, or we're just gonna go as Chuck?
Yeah, I feel like I have an album coming out tomorrow or some shit. Let's see.
Here we go, Chucky Chuck.
Oh yeah, this is for my boy right here, Chris Carmona. Go check him out. It's on you, baby. It's not on me. It's on you. Homie, I'm a natural, but your girl's ass isn't. I know I found that out on my last visit. As long as the back poke out, ain't no contract hold out. Then I can't walk her to the Uber cause it's way too cold out. In-house barbers and dirty sneakers that we paid a rack for. Got your girl's legs open like I already downloaded the app in the app store. Send your girl, white girl lawyer with no power of attorney. Smell the stink from the logo cause I got that curry. Money erases all blemishes and creates more nemesis. Have you taken an ancestry test and then I'll go after your relatives. These rappers talking crazy off that Cosby punch. I just did a show in Australia, you have an Outback and calling that an Aussie lunch. Only writing back, it's gotta be checked and a 50 shoe wet. Fly on a PJ and set him off in a blue jet. Dreams seem out of reach, but I resist reality. Me and the devil and these demons are one big happy family. That's it, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Nah, I mean, yeah, it's actually not bad, bro.
Chris, jump in.
For you guys,
my name is Pop. I like to rap. Mess with me, you mess with my cat.
Let's do it.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I like that. Chris, what do you think?
Nah,
I don't know about the lyrics. I like
what do you call his style? Would you call this as like the new style of rap, or what do you think?
That's Jay-Z, bro.
No, I mean, bro, it's not bad. Like, I like the lyrics. The only criticism I'll say is like the flow. The flow's outdated.
Bro, I only did that 2 times.
No, I get it.
You started off a little like off, but then you caught on with a beat.
I had to. I had no other choice.
Did your wife wake up and like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I don't know. I woke her up. She's fucking pissed, bro.
Oh, damn.
You guys owe me for tomorrow.
It was worth it, though.
It was worth it. No, honestly, man, it's like, how long did it take you to come up with that? It's pretty good. The lyrics not bad.
Probably an hour. Probably 45 minutes to an hour.
The beat, man. The beat saves it, though.
Yeah. It's all in the beat, bro. It always is.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, I actually try to focus a lot of my energy into the beat because I think, I mean, that's what hooks a lot of people. Because most people, I mean, you could have great lyrics, but if your beat's whack, most people don't care. Like, they won't play it the second time.
You know what? Now that you mentioned that, Chris, I've always been the type of person that, because I think there's 2 types of people when it comes to listening to music. The people that listen to like the instruments, to the beats, and then the people that just listen to like the lyrics, right?
Yeah,
I always focus on the beats, on the instruments, like you said. And if it hooks me, then I go into, okay, let me pay attention to the lyrics. Right?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I thought I was the only one, honestly, because you have to hook me with a beat. If not, like, I'll skim right through that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, once you hook me with a beat, then I started focusing on the lyrics.
here's what I think. I think the beat hooks you initially, but I think the lyrics is what keeps you coming back.
Keeps you. I could see that. I could see that.
100, yeah.
True.
I could see that, but it's because I agree with that, but also I don't think lyrics are as important nowadays as they used to be. And I'm not saying that lyrics aren't important, but kind of like people will come back to a song if it just sounds great. Like, because you could listen to a Spanish song and you don't know Spanish, but it sounds cool. I mean, look at Bad Bunny and his popularity. I mean, a lot of his fans don't necessarily speak Spanish, you know, in other states and other cities. So, I mean, that's my opinion. I think the beat is the most important.
Yeah, beat, like, Chuck, you know me. You know what kind of beats I like. You know what I'm going to say, right?
You like the hardcore pounding fucking, yeah, you like that hardcore shit.
Yeah, like
bass, heavy bass.
Yeah, there's a dude, a local rapper. I don't know if you've heard of him, Stitches. He's got some fucking hard-ass beats, you know? I'll leave it at that. That's what I like. All right, man, we're going to do some rapid-fire questions. We're just going to start shooting some questions at you, rapid-fire. Got to be quick with them because we got a few questions. So, Chudy, you want to start this off?
So, Chris, you mentioned Kendrick Lamar. He was your guy. My favorite song from him is Swimming Pools. What's your favorite song from him?
Bro, honestly, I would probably have to say, like, How Much a Dollar Costs. I don't know if you know that. It's from To Pimp a Butterfly. It's just pretty much he talks about how God is disguised as like this homeless man, and the homeless man asks him for $1, and he doesn't give him $1, and it's kind of like God then denies him to heaven because he didn't give the $1, because how much does $1 cost? It's the action of giving $1.
All right. No, I haven't heard that one, so I'll check it out.
What was the name of that one, Chris?
How Much a Dollar Costs.
How Much a Dollar Costs? Right. Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out too. I haven't heard of that one. What do you think about rappers today, like Tekashi 6ix9ine? What's your opinion on them?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He does make catchy music. Like his music will play at a club because it's beats. Good. Yeah. Exactly, the beats and his energy. That's why people like him. How good he is. I don't think he's that good. I mean, he just knows how to make beats and hype people up, right? I think he's really good at marketing too. He knows how to keep attention on him always.
Bro, that's one of the hardest things that people don't understand. And Chris in his room there, he's got to fake the energy. He's got to pump up the energy some way, somehow.
And it's just him singing to the mic. Yeah.
Yeah, and sound a certain type of way. That's not easy to do. You're literally just sitting there by yourself within 4 rooms listening to stuff, hyping yourself up,
Yeah, it's hundreds and hundreds of takes, and my vocal cords just get thrashed. Next day.
Yeah, how do you put yourself in that mindset? Like what Chuck says, now you mention that's true. Like, it's just you there in your little studio. Like, you could say, all right, this song is going to be a banger. Like, how do you put yourself in that hype mode? Like, you just,
honestly, something I discovered during this creation is the power of coffee. Sometimes I just take coffee and that just gets me crazy. Like I'm shaking out. It's just you feel the music way harder and you're just going hard. So that's one way that I do. I mean, also I'm passionate. I'm just a passionate guy in general. So that definitely helps too.
So the Cuban crack and your passion, basically.
They know the drugs. Good.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Alex, you got any questions for your brother?
What's the one tip that you would give a music student that's deciding whether to go to college or not?
I would say don't go to college because you can learn everything online. That's my opinion. I mean, I've learned everything I've learned online. And honestly, the type of business that this is, people don't really care about your credentials. They care about your actual products and your experience. So, because, not everyone wants to be a producer or, a songwriter, a rapper, singer. Some people just want to be a mixing engineer. You could go on Fiverr and mix people's songs, and have that as a portfolio, and then, hit up people that you see that are coming up, just, you have to work hard. It's not easy, but You can make it work without going to college, is my opinion.
Chris, you think Chuck has a future?
If he's motivated, yeah.
There you go. Chuck, are you motivated?
Right now I am. Tomorrow I won't.
And then when you have a 1 week old baby screaming, you won't be motivated anymore.
No. My rap career goes out the window. But I do have a question for Chris. When this album goes platinum, which it is gonna go platinum, what's the first thing you're gonna buy? And I know you've heard this question before. What's the first thing you're gonna buy when this album goes platinum?
I've honestly, I haven't even thought about that, because I don't know. I haven't thought about the future, kind of like when it goes platinum. I've just been thinking about like, okay, after I finish this, like I need to get to my next album. I haven't really been thinking about like, okay, my money, like something a goal of mine is I want to buy a property by 23.
Hey, I won't be a rapper, but I'll be a realtor.
Yeah.
Let's do it that way.
Nah, it's true.
At Charles Leon Realtor.
That's right, bro.
Plug it in, baby.
Hey, as long as you like hook us up with a studio, bro.
I mean, it's right here.
I'll be cool with that. Let me ask you a question with the beat you made for us, our podcast, which is fire, by the way. Everybody always has something fucking positive to say about it. Once, would you consider rapping on it just for fun? Have you thought about like a song on it? Honestly, like did when you put that beat together, did you think there's something come to your mind or no?
It's not really like the style that I like for my instrumentals. I mean, maybe eventually once I like, because right now, I mean, I only have like my certain style right now, but I plan on, evolving my style. So I haven't thought of it right now, but maybe in the future I'll get more into like Latin style beats like that.
Because that shit's fire, brother.
No, it is. It's high energy, definitely.
Yeah. Every time I listen, like I listen to the podcast just to listen to that shit. It's like fuck, I want to listen to the intro.
Yeah, but no, I haven't thought about like getting on it.
You should, because it's fire. It's a fire beat, man. I'm sure once you get more comfortable, like you said, and more diverse, then that'll come easier. Chino, you got any more questions?
Yeah, I have one more. It's not music related. It's just random. Do you have so besides rapping, do you have like another hidden talent anybody knows about, or?
I guess not really. I'm a really transparent person. I mean, kind of like what you see is what you get. I'm sure I have a talent, but nothing's coming to mind right now. I think I'm a good listener, though. I'm a good listener. I think that's a talent.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yeah.
How about
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Damn. Okay.
Before he blows up, let's get to know the rapper. What's your favorite color, bro?
Oh man, bro. I mean, today it's red, but tomorrow it could be a different color.
Oh, this is for the ladies out there. He's sweet talking you guys.
What's your dream car? What's the car you want to buy once you make it for you?
A Tesla.
Tesla. Which one?
I mean, for right now, the SUV, but when the Roadster comes out, I want to get that. That's the sports car.
It's a Mac Daddy. Yeah. Alex, you got any last questions for your brother?
Yeah, one thing is, okay, so what is the one thing that you would say that every song needs to have in order for it to be fire?
Chris Carmona, that's
it. No, I mean, like I said, I think production is the most important thing now. After that is energy of the artist. After that is flow, and then after that is lyrics, in my opinion. That's like my hierarchy of what is important in a song to make it good. And I'm not saying like, because like a flow or lyrics could carry a song, but beat is like, if you have a good beat, it's almost like it's not gonna fail.
Let me tell you, it's a little sad that lyrics doesn't hold the weight it does anymore.
Right.
But definitely for sure, I can see what you're saying, and
I mean,
and yet you just need a couple lines here and there to plug it in and put it all together. And like kind of like what you have a couple good lines. Travis Scott says, "Oh, I'm the glue. I put it all together on the glue." kind of shit like that, and that kind of keeps the song going, and it's that lyric right there that sticks in people's head,
Yeah, it's kind of like just like a punchline, It's like a little catchy, quotable thing that you can say. I think that's what a lot of songs are now, like just quotable one-liners, like just punchlines that are catchy.
Alex, does he go to work tomorrow? No.
No, it's the weekend.
Tomorrow Saturday.
Yeah.
I got one final request. Your next album has to have one song called Insurance Policy. And you can make that whatever you want it to be about.
Something about insurance, like risk. He could talk about risk.
It doesn't have to be risk. Yeah. Maybe the
Hey, let me ask you a question. That's not a bad.
That's deep, actually.
Yeah, I like not. Now that we're asking for requests, you think you could shout out Papitos World podcast out there, bro?
I mean, if it fits in what I'm doing, yeah, why not?
That's what I'm talking about. Well, Chris, it was an honor to have you on. Honestly, man, our first guest. We're proud of you, bro. We really are. I'm sure you got a lot of people proud of you as well. First album, first of many, and we just wish you nothing but the best of luck. We know you don't need it, but we're just gonna say it anyways to be nice, and we know that this is gonna go big places for you. This is the first step of many more to come, and I think it's only fair to end it with stars. What do you think?
Yeah,
you're gonna be a star.
That's a nice one.
Here we go, bro. This is for you, Chris.
I just gotta run through this. Yeah, I just gotta run through this. Yeah, I'ma go blind. I fuck up, make it right. I just gotta run through this. Yeah, I just gotta run through this. No more thing in my life. I fuck up, make it right. And I've had too many days, nobody believing in me. I know just how it feels. I know just how it feels. To have visions, I'm ballin', I'm living my dream, and I'm living a bigger life. Everyone shoot you down here. I know just how it feels, and it feels amazing. I love it when you call me crazy for having a dream that I'm actually chasing. I love it when you call me lazy. I think you forgot all the times I had patience. But you deep in the water, you don't wanna get saved, then go ahead, keep sinking. These critics, I don't take advice from you, I don't lace it. I just gotta run through.
That fire, bro. That's a good way to end it, man. That's a good song. Honestly, man. Hey, honestly, man. We wish you nothing but the best of luck. Nothing but success. We're proud of you. Whenever you want to come on this podcast, you're more than welcome. You don't even have to ask us. You just let us know what day, and we'll make it happen for you.
Definitely, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Best of luck.
Our pleasure, brother. Good luck with everything.
Get to work, bro. Get to work, bro.
Yeah.
No sleep. Drink that coffee.
Keep that fire coming, brother.